Hello, fellow seekers of true things. Logical Llama here. In never-ending quest to become world ultimate anti-feminist champion, there are many things to learn, many hurdle to jump, many hoop to go through center of. And what better way to learn how to go through center of hoop while jumping over hurdle than looking at the greats? I ask myself question. What to do if someone doxes me? What the hell is a doxing, you might ask? Answer lies with 16th most logical man hiding behind animal avatar on internet and well-known copyright appropriator Bearing.
Now, when I refer to my doxing, I'm talking about my private details being published on a well-known drama website.
First thing to do, find scapegoat. When it becomes obvious that your doxing was result of fans and your own stupidity, don't let that get you down. Simply choose person who audience already believes to be Satan and throw them under holy water bus. No evidence of your assertions? Just make up some shit and keep asserting until the cows come home. If you've cultivated a large enough audience of brain-dead hate-mongers, you'll only have to say it once and they'll swallow it hook, line and sinker. Say it more than once and maybe you'll start to believe it yourself. Here are some examples of great lies to spread without evidence.
The names of the people who orchestrated this whole thing. The people who gathered up all of our private info and put it in the hands of this serial doxer and shit stirrer.
See, this is very clever, but also pretty stupid at the same time. Bearing sees words, I don't know who they were, but I think I heard Danny and I don't know, maybe Christy. They were sharing information together in private messages that were then deleted. And he turns that into, they orchestrated the whole thing. They fed the information to the doxer and the drama website. That is some pretty impressive mental gymnastics. Maybe he wake up in the morning and look at self in mirror and say, Christy doxed me. Christy doxed me. Christy doxed me. If you say it 3 times, maybe it'd come true. Let's just think for a second. Cuckface Tim made video complaining about doxing asshole feminists on 13th December. But idiot Bearing fans doxed him on Band's page in April and June. Dipshit Bearing confirmed these assertions in September. Bearing then confirmed his first name in October in Hangout. Cobalt Cat then got involved and crazy drama website doxed him on December 6th. And let us not forget that dox information was tried to be shared with whingy crybaby and man with gay fag nails Michael Rollins in November, and Bearing said, it's alright mate, we had a good run. So it was okay in November, but now that he has scapegoat, it's witch hunting season. That's not to say that Logical Llama is okay with people sharing private information with others, even in private conversation, but the fact that they were is not evidence that they orchestrated the whole thing, you stupid doo-doo head. I know this all very easy to swallow if you are already used to swallowing jizz from Bearing on daily basis, but Logical Llama is much too smart. But he will learn from your mistake and not make up such stupid lies when he chooses to defame feminist losers he does not like.
I have a copy of the conversation between Tim and Bearing Cab in which Tim names Christy and Danny as the ones behind all of this.
Again, very sneaky lies. Conversation did say no such thing. It did say that they had information that has been on internet for a long time because of stupid mistakes from you and your fans. Okay, second to do. Making list of evidence that your scapegoat is actually villain.
What's your evidence of this?
Okay. Number one is that conversation Bearing Cab had with you. Right, that was a start.
We already discussed this. This is not evidence.
Right, so on the 6th of December, Tim, Christy, the day that my docs was released on ED, right? Christy was front and center. She was there looking at it, taking pleasure in it, taking screenshots of it, mate. Why do you take screenshots of it? I don't understand.
Did you watch her video addressing it?
Yep.
Well, what do you think of that?
I thought it was bullshit.
Now, maybe my English not so good, but as far as I understand, when someone says it was last updated on December 6th when I took a screenshot 2 days ago, they are referring to the date 2 days prior to when they're making the video, not that they took it on the 6th. And this true. Christy Buttface actually took screenshot on the 13th. The computer numbers prove it. Okay, so here is evidence for dox. There was this conversation between 2 people, and in that conversation 2 other people were mentioned that maybe possibly could have been talking about private information that was already on the internet for a long time in private messages, which they then deleted, but I'm not really sure if it was them because this is really just kind of hearsay. But then one of these people that it maybe was took some screenshots of drama site 7 days after dox happened, and then she shared link to site in comment section of friend's video to show that information was already doxed. As you can see, I have proven beyond a reasonable doubt that the random people who did not dox me, but I just have irrational hatred for, did actually dox me. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, I rest my case. Order in the court. Order. Third to do. When people discover that you are full of shit and call you out on it, you just say,
That was my gut feel. That was my opinion, and so I put my opinion out there.
even though I know my audience is full of mindless bigots who will believe every word I say without scrutiny and who will jump at the chance to harass and abuse people that I do not like and that I am potentially putting them and their loved ones in danger by making such false allegations, I do it anyway because the alternative is just too shocking to bear. Admitting I was wrong. Now, this begs the obvious question. How far do you go before you admit you were wrong? As far as you have to maintain your rightness. Okay, so there is no evidence that these people helped to dox you. Just point at random things and say, how do you explain that? Tim said that Danny and Christy might have been talking about my private information. How do you explain that? The dox information appeared on the drama website on the 6th of December. 6 and 12 is 18, the legal drinking age in New Zealand, which is where Tim lives, and Tim knows Christy. How do you explain that, you cheeky bud? Christy has the internet, and I was doxed on the internet. How do you explain that? My fans originally doxed me on the 4th of April. 4-4. The year was 2016. 2016 minus 4 is 2012, the year the Mayan calendar ended. But the world didn't end, and around came 2013. 2013, living in a dream, which is what you say musicians do for a living. Michael Rowlands is a musician, and a fucking good one at that. And Michael Rowlands knows Christy and Danny. How do you explain that? And what happens when someone questions your questionable evidence? Tell them to shut the fuck up and call them a cunt.
Shut up, Tim. That gave me a hunch,
Fuck
right?
you. Stop telling me to shut up, man.
Fuck you, fucking wanker.
Last to do. Remember that you are always right. No matter what, everything you say is perfect and you don't need to change anything. Apologize to anyone or correct anything you say, because you are perfect. If you have a gut feeling about a thing, go with that feeling and just find things to back up your pre-established conclusions later on. Just remember scientific method. Identify problem, form conclusion, search for evidence to back up conclusion. Congratulations, you're right. Science. That's all for today. And remember, beyond a reasonable doubt and due process are only applicable for men accused of rape. For ideological opponents who you paint as villain for scapegoat purposes, fuck that shit. That's logic straight from the llama's mouth. Hello fellow cuck crushers, welcome to new channel with second most rational skeptical animal on internet, Skeptical Squirrel. Make sure you do the liking and the subscribing, because if you don't, we will all know you are dirty Jew sympathizing cucklord. See you later!